Alan, it's good to see you. I got your text. The Ganitskis, it looks like the parents went out for dinner and just left the kids home for Shabbat dinner. It's great to see everyone. As I scroll through, we let folks in a little early, so we have some time to look through the screen. We encourage you to go into gallery view. By now, I gather you're pretty familiar with Zoom. It's great to see people from far and wide. I see people down south, out west, and certainly in Boston. Rebecca Cohen, it's good to see you. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we'll share the story of the scroll that was in your basement for a long time. All right. So everyone, it's great to see all of you. We are all on Zoom this evening from our homes because in the sanctuary, Cantor Zell and Rabbi Sherman are leading a service. As you may have realized, about 40 bar and bat mitzvah students needed to cancel their dates this past spring and be rescheduled. And so that is why we have so many bar and bat mitzvah services, 4, sometime tomorrow 5, and then 1 this evening in the sanctuary. So I am thrilled that I am here with Rabbi Sapphire and our rabbinic intern, Ryan Lesner, who is also quite musical. So we're glad you'll be leading us in song. Zach, it's good to see you, our high school intern who's actually sitting in the Beit Midrash. And let's begin together in song. Shabbat Shalom.
Yanai, 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 yanai.
Shalom once again. Since we can't hear all of you on Zoom, let's give each other a heart tap so that we can acknowledge each other. Perhaps wave to the person to the right of you, to the left of you, above you, below you. It's good to see everyone. We're going to take full advantage of Zoom this evening because this week is Parshat Noach, the story of Noah and the Ark, and the celebration of Noah's care for the animals. And we never have the ability to have our animals, who are, for many people, members of their own family, in the sanctuary. So guess what we thought we'd do this year? During our Shehechianu moments, we thought we'd have a special blessing for our pets on Parshat Noach. So if you have a pet, it could be your pet hamster, gerbil, dog, cat, snake, or spider. Get ready because we'll have an opportunity to meet them. Oh, I already see a few on screen. So it's great to see all of our furry friends celebrating Shabbat as well. Rabbi Sapphire, let's begin candle lighting.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So as Rabbi Sissimai mentioned, we are so proud of our B'nai Mitzvah students who bring light into our lives and leadership to our community, certainly hope for the Jewish people as well. So I would love to introduce Marnie and Jonah Shane and Ruby Burson, who will light our candles for us this evening. And as they do so, I invite you to light your candles at home as we bring in Shabbat together. So Ruby, Marnie, and Jonah, go ahead and I will spotlight you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you, Ruby, Marnie, and Jonah. So I invite you to return to gallery mode so that we can see one another as we turn to the words of Shalom Aleichem. As we greet Shabbat with the words of Shalom, we greet one another with the words of Shalom. May peace be upon us.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashari, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
As we do each week, we continue with the words of Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath bride.
Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'litiferet v'litchila lecha dodi. Bikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi. Bikrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha, ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila lecha dodi. Likrat כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה ינאי
Will we all rise for the last step?
בואי ושלום עצרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובסהולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי קלה הולך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה הולך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Taking a deep breath and centering ourselves, maybe separating ourselves from the busyness of our homes, focusing Shabbat is here, and continuing with the words of Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Rabbi Sapphire, would you like to introduce this prayer? I know you're busy with our visual tefillah.
Thank you. Let us turn to the words of Hashkivenu that we pray every night, asking God to shelter us in a sukkah of peace, a shelter of peace. Of course, we know there's creative rendition to be Let There Be Love. So let's join together.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Hashkivenu Leshalom סוכת שלומך, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, השכיבנו לשלום. Let there be love, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
Thanks, Ryan. So now let us turn to the tefillah, the central part of our prayer where we express our gratitude. And it's customary, if you're able to rise, or if you're too comfortable to do so, at least let's sit up straight or place our feet firmly on the ground, and with intention continue with these words: Adonai Sfatai, O God, open up our hearts that we may be open to the awesome grandeur of this moment. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Yananai, nai, nai, 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 yananai, nai, nai. So we are now providing the opportunity for people to pick up prayer books at the temple and bring them home if you'd like. But there's also a beauty in letting go of the liturgy and looking within. And so rather than reciting the 7 prayers that are formally written in the prayer book at this time, let's think of 7 things for which we're grateful. And then we'll continue together. 7 things for which you're grateful. And having expressed our gratitude for those 7 things, before we listen to the words of Shalom Rav, a prayer for peace, I do want to acknowledge, we've talked about this for several months now, an extraordinary realignment that is occurring in the Middle East with great possibility for Israel's security. And so this morning and this afternoon, we heard the news that Israel and Sudan were going to sign a peace agreement. And so this is the 3rd Arab nation in a short amount of time, with a sense that the Saudis will eventually do so as well. Sudan represents a very important place because it was there in Khartoum that decades ago now, we heard no, no, no to peace with Israel. And now we're getting towards yes, yes, yes. And so with gratitude and a prayer for peace in the nation, we listen to the words of Shalom Rav. And I just want to say before we do so, for a long time, Cantor Safran has brought our youth to the music of the synagogue in ways that kind of reflect the times in a beautiful way, really shepherding them along. And Cantor Zell continues to do so. Now in the pandemic, the musical form has taken the form of Facebook releases. And Meta Cohen seems to have brought her incredible talent to this form of creating harmonies by, I guess, mixing her own voice. Is that what you call it, Ryan? And it's so beautifully done. So let's listen to Meta and Shalom Rav. May peace be upon us, upon all Israel, upon all the world.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. 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 Do 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 da 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 do. Shalom, hey, Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
And now let us continue with the words of Misha Berach, praying for peace upon our loved ones in need of healing of body, of soul, of mind. And we'll open up the chat room if possible so that people can type the names of those individuals they're thinking of at this time. Of course, we think of all those suffering from the virus, and we pray for their healing as well.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those
course, as you know, each Shabbat we take time to express gratitude for the sacred moments that have occurred in our lives, those God-given times. And at this time, I want to acknowledge Dylan and Mia and Elijah and Marnie and Jonah, who become bar-mitzvah tomorrow, Mazel Tov. I see Eliza in the gallery view. She became bat mitzvah last week, so it's really good to see you. You did such a beautiful job. You can raise your hand as well. How about if you celebrated a birthday this week? We'd love to acknowledge your birthday. I did receive an email on this Parshat Noach when we think of our pets, that Stella Blue is turning 16, which in dog years, I think is 112 years old. So Stella, I guess this week of all, we can wish you a happy birthday as well. In all seriousness, how about anniversaries? Anyone celebrate an anniversary this week? Mazel tov. How about the gift of healing? Healing, or the anniversary of healing. I do see some hands up in the air. How about the gift of new life, or welcoming life into your family, whether it be a human being or a puppy? Mazel tov, Pamela, mazel tov. How about Rabbi Sapphire, what am I missing? Actually, I know one. I do want to celebrate our partakers, once again, our tutors who tutor at Concord MCI. The person they've been working with for quite some time now was just released from prison today. And I received a beautiful note from all of them, how holy this work has been. And they have great confidence this individual will make their way in the world. And I'm sure that the four members of our community, Bonnie and Sandy and Teresa and Margie, certainly played a role in their rehabilitation. So Yasher Koach to all of you. For all of these things, let us give thanks with the words of Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh.
Lots of good things. So I do want to share a couple of brief words on Parshat Noach, the story of Noah and the ark, because we learn right from Noah, and it continues through the Torah, that some of the most important heroes of the Bible care for animals. In fact, that's what made them so heroic and designated them as leaders of our people. Jacob, Moses, and King David all loved animals. After all, they spent lots of time with them, as all three of them were shepherds, people who looked after animals, making sure not a single one was lost. Rebecca, who is also in the book of Genesis, also loved animals. In fact, that's the reason she was chosen as a wife for Isaac, because of her kindness to animals. We read in the Torah that when Abraham's servant was looking for a wife for Isaac, he was in the desert and he asked for a drink from the well. And there was a woman, Rebecca, at the well. And so he said, "Can I have some water?" And Rebecca not only provided water to him, but Rebecca made sure she provided water for his camel as well. And that, according to the rabbis, was really the mark of a caring individual, someone certainly a worthy partner for Isaac. The rabbis continued, they taught that Moses was chosen because of his love for animals too. In the Torah, as a young man, Moses tended the flock of his father-in-law. And one day he saw a small lamb running away from the flock. And so Moses chased after it and concerned that it would die in the desert. And then he saw the little lamb stop at a stream and take a drink of water. And he realized that the lamb had run away simply because it was thirsty. And so Moses approached the little lamb and asked the lamb to forgive him for chasing it, making it run away even farther than it would have gone, making it even more thirsty. Moses said to the little lamb, "I'm sorry." And then he took the little lamb and placed it on his shoulders and carried it all the way back to the flock. And we read in the rabbinic tradition that because of Moses's care for the lamb, God decided Moses would be the one to care for God's flock, the people of Israel, all of us, and lead the people of Israel from slavery to freedom. And so in our Jewish tradition, we have a long line of animal lovers, and I can see many in our Zoom room this evening. By doing so, we fulfill a mitzvah called Sa'ar Ba'alei Chaim, which means caregivers of God's creations. We show kindness to animals. In fact, according to the Talmud, it's a mitzvah to say we should feed them before we even feed ourselves. And so, if you have an animal near you, I invite you to place it near us on the screen, because I have a blessing, and then we're going to sing. And the blessing is, may the one who blessed our ancestors and all of their animals bless our pets who bring us such love and joy and sometimes even kisses. We give praise and thanksgiving to you, O God, for all of the good that our animals bring to our homes and to the world. O God, we ask that you keep them and sustain them and protect them, for they bring such joy to our lives. We ask that you keep them safe from harm and grant them strength of body and mind and spirit, so that they may live to a good old age filled with contentment, love, and happiness. And let us all say, Amen. And in the book of Noah, we learn that Noah is to build an ark. And then we learn that he's not only to build an ark, but he's to bring his family with him. And then we learn not only is he to build an ark and bring his family with him, but what else is he supposed to do? Take 2 of every animal, because we want to make sure every animal survives. Every species is precious. And guess what? We've got to continue to do that today to protect our environment and our animals. So we celebrate Noah this week. And so this is what we're going to do. I've asked Ryan to sing an oldie but a goodie for Parshat Noah, which is Rise and Shine. And then Rabbi Sapphire has a very difficult task, and that is to quickly highlight some of our loved ones while Ryan is joining us in Rise and Shine. We ready? Let's do it.
Born ready for this moment. Let's go. I need some help. You got to sing with me. It's very important. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine. Give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Children of the Lord. Well, God said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody. God said to Noah, It's gonna be a floody. Get those children out of the muddy children of the Lord. So Noah, he built him an arky. Noah, he built him an arky, made it out of the hickory barky children of the Lord. Where are my animals at? The animals, they came on by twosies, animals, they came on by twosies, elephants and kangaroosies, children of the Lord. So rise and shine, give God your glory, rise and shine, give God your glory, rise and shine, and give God your glory, children of the Lord. Well, the sun came out, dried up the landy, sun came out, dried up the landy, everything was fine and dandy, children of the Lord. Now that is the end of my story, that is the end of my story, everything is hunky-dory, children of the Lord. Let me hear you sing, rise and shine, give God your glory, rise and shine, give God your glory, rise and shine, and give God your glory, children of the Lord.
I love seeing all of our fairy friends, and we didn't even get them all, but you did a really nice job scrolling through, Rabbi Sapphire.
Thank you. I love the affinity that we have for all sorts of animals, even stuffed ones.
Yes.
As well.
So this week, Cantor Zell made sure we remembered that it is the Jewish Arts Collaborative Week, a week when the Boston Jewish community celebrates arts in our community. The arts, music, drama, painting, literature, illustrations, multimedia. And it's a week that really brings all of the synagogues together. And they released a video of Lecha Dodi, of a few local cantors joining together, singing different melodies from around the world. And of course, one of those cantors that is highlighted is our own Cantor Zell. So we thought it would be a nice way to celebrate Jewish Arts Collaborative. The larger celebration will be during Hanukkah, when we'll join with the larger Boston Jewish community through the arts. But let's at least watch this video that is also being watched by other synagogues on this evening throughout the area.
And let me just add before I play it that this is just a small part of a full 17-minute video. So we will release the link so you can watch the whole thing later if you want.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, ומצאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי. על יד איש בן פרסי זמני שמחה Shalom Atereka, Besimcha Nitzola, Roch Emunei Yad Zitula, Loi Chala, Ay 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 lekad Yodi, Ay 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 lekad Kala, Ay 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 Bnei Shabbat, Ay 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 Nekabela, Ay ay ay.
So the sound of our cantors, we're appreciative of the Jewish Arts Collaborative and look forward to participating in the arts with them in the months to come. Let us now continue with Mourner's Kaddish. As we ask those who are observing a yort site or are currently within the period of mourning to please type the names of those individuals they're remembering in the chat room. And let me mention those relatives of members of our community who have passed away during the past 30 days. Julian Beinart, Muriel Steinmetzberg, Ellen Lee Kaplan, Frederick Pike, Francis Tonkenau, and Stanton Wolkoff. I've also been asked to read for yard site Barbara Downs, Louis Gordon, Edna Kornblum, Maurice Kramer, known as Morris Kramer, Estelle Metz, and Mark Suffren. We think of them as well as all of those individuals mentioned in our chat room. And we invite the mourners at this time to please rise if you're able, or raise a hand so that we can acknowledge you as mourners in our midst. If you're in speaker view, we invite you to return to gallery view so that we can acknowledge the mourners. And now, Rabbi Sapphire, if we can place the words of Mourner's Kaddish on the screen, as I invite the mourners to join me in saying, Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach erutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayed d'cho Beit Yisrael, b'galav izman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah m'varach le'alam olmei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, ta'amiran b'yalma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlam Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen, Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Before we conclude tonight's service, we'll be taking a break after services and then coming back together at 8 o'clock, continuing our tradition that we had in the building where we have Shabbat learning at 8 o'clock. This week, it's called The Story Behind the Sermon, the Yom Kippur sermon about the scroll that I had the opportunity to return to Israel. At that time, we'll hear from Rebecca Cohen, who had the scroll in her basement. I will share more words about the Horva Synagogue and its building. And then after that sermon, I realized through an email that one of the prominent builders of that synagogue in the 1840s was the great-great-grandfather of a TBE member. And so he'll be joining us as well, continuing the incredible connections that continue to exist between our community and the Horva Synagogue. I also want to call your attention, of course, there's Minyan tomorrow morning, as always, but there are a number of adult learning courses just beginning. We hope you'll join. Things you didn't see on the broadcast because they're so full and dense with simply the week ahead are that the night before the election, we will be gathering on Zoom for special prayers for our country. And so that will be Monday night, the day before the election. We also have a number of important speakers coming up soon after the election. One will be the winner of the 4th Congressional District will be speaking to our community to be determined on that day. We also have Jeremy Burton coming to speak about the Black Lives Matter movement and its relationship to the Jewish community, a very timely and important topic as well. So please continue to take a look at the emails. Finally, this Thursday, Rabbi Sapphire, do you want to share a little bit?
Yes, thank you so much. We have a new initiative at TBE that's called Darchei Tikva, Pathways of Hope, and they will be sponsoring a wonderful program with Rabbi Beth Nadich, Coping with Uncertainty and Managing Expectations During Turbulent Times. Rabbi Beth has led this program several places throughout the community. It has been phenomenal, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you.
And finally, and there are T-Bell classes, so many more, we can't mention them at all, but many are listed on the broadcasts that come out twice a week. Finally, since we realize we're going to be on Zoom a little longer than we had initially hoped, and some people would like the prayers in front of them, if you would like to pick up a prayer book from the synagogue, we invite you to sign one out. Prayer books will be available from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But once again, as we did this evening, even if you don't have a prayer book, we hope you can fully participate in our service. Rabbi Sapphire, we have for Kiddush.
Yes. So I would love to invite Elijah Costo to unmute. He has a Kiddush cup with him and believe he is prepared to lead us in Kiddush. So I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you, Elijah. Emily, he's under Seth and Stacy, if you can find them to unmute. We'll just give you a second to do so. All right. All right, Elijah, go ahead and lead us. Let's see if we can hear you. They might be having a little trouble. Emily, I see them listed under, there we are. Okay, let's try one more time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitanu b'sho b'yahavah v'ratzon hinchilanu dikaru l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tefila l'mikraya kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim. Kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodeshecha v'yahava v'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
Well done, Elijah. Take a sip. I'm not sure if you have juice or wine in there. We'll trust you. And to you and your fellow B'mitzvah students, we wish you a hearty mazel tov.
Beautifully done, Elijah. Yasher koach. Looking forward to tomorrow. Rabbi Safar, I kind of like this Zoom thing where we get to see the whole Kvelling family in addition to our bar mitzvah student. So mazel tov. Let us conclude. And then some of you I will see at 8 o'clock with Motzi. If you can take your challah, those who have them, so that we can see them on the screen. Rabbi Sapphire, you want to lead?
All right, I've got some help here. Ready, guys? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lecha min haaretz te'avon.
And finally, an important announcement that we didn't mention and we want to. There is a teen Havdalah program tomorrow night at 7 p.m., socially distanced in the parking lot. So hopefully our teens can join us 7 o'clock tomorrow. Let's open up the microphones and greet each other. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom. Newest little cell.
Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Hi, Bonnie Rosenberg.
shalom, Danny.
Shalom, Oren.
Shalom, Namaste.
Shabbat shalom, David.
Shalom, Ryan.
See you, Mark. Shabbat shalom. That's my Mark.
We have to stay on this.
Shalom, Nancy and Howard.
Carol,
David.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Oren.
Shalom, Mark.
Shabbat shalom.
Richard, good.
Shabbat shalom, Bud
Shabbat shalom, David.
Yes. So you never pinned anybody?
Next year in Jerusalem.
Did you ever pin anybody? Did you ever pin anybody on the video before?
No.
Now you know how to do it, right?
Shabbat shalom.
We're leaving next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday.
Shabbat shalom, Nibisky family.
I'm sorry.
Shabbat shalom.
We attend the
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
services down in Florida. by
Good.
Zoom. We will. We love you both very much. I'm feeling great. Thank you very much. No, you're looking at Barbara and the dog.
Shabbat shalom to the Godfather family.
Okay, stay safe. Love you. Bye.
Shabbat shalom, Stellars.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi!
David.
All right. Have a good weekend.
our dog meet your dog? What a cute puppy.
was trying to escape.
Look, our dogs are meeting. That's so cute.
Hello, Ellen Strauss's dog.
It's Magic.
Julie.
Say hi,
They're
Magic.
Oh, and hi, Julie and her dog.
Hi, Lorelai. Hi, Lorelai.
Oh, dogs.
Hi, Bud.
Magic is a 13-year-old Airedale.
Oh, nice to meet you, Magic.
Julie, unmute. Unmute.
Thank you.
Hi, Lorelai.
Hi, Bud.
Hi, Ellen.
Oh,
What a cutie.
Hello.
Lorelai.
Gold better dog is very
pretty.
Hi, Prosnitz.
Hey, it's Julie.
Shabbat shalom to all.
Shabbat shalom.